The Essex Way begins its 82-mile long route to Harwich here in the town of Epping, on the very edge of London, at the terminus for the Central Line. The route quickly heads out into the Essex countryside and follows a track to Coopersale Street. Here the path continues north to Gurnham Bushes, a nature reserve managed by Essex Wildlife Trust. It's here the route turns east through part of Epping Forest and across a line of a Roman road and possible fortlet. The first village is entered shortly after, with its own public house at Toot Hill. Continuing east, the path enters Greenstead, with its infamous ancient log church, before entering the small market town of Chipping Ongar and the end of the first day along the trail. The busy Epping Station marks the trailhead for an 82-mile long cross-county route to the coast at Harwich. The Essex Way was designed to show off some of the county's most stunning countryside and to be easy access, as Epping is the terminus for the Central Line. A plaque on the train station is a lovely addition as I set out on the trail. After heading through a small housing estate, the route heads down a narrow alley into broad open countryside. It's already a stark contrast to only moments earlier, with the rumbling of trains and buses now replaced with birdsong. The Essex Way is a well waymarked route, with a round white disc with two poppies guiding me at every turn. I might be out in the countryside, but the opening miles of this route always hints that you're never too far away from civilization, with the distant rumble of lorries and cars speeding up the M11 motorway. Coopersale Street is a tiny hamlet encountered just over a mile into the trail, with only a couple of houses and a lovely Grade 2 listed Thaden Oak Inn, dating from the 18th century. The hamlet is quickly left, but the sound of the M11 draws nearer as the trail and motorway run parallel up to Gurnham Bushes. Gurnham Bushes is a lovely woodland nature reserve owned and managed by Essex Wildlife Trust and covers an area of almost 80 acres. Here, hornbeam are pollarded, a method of pruning the trees to encourage denser branches and foliage growth out of the reach of the deer that live in the wood. As the trail leaves Gurnham Bushes, the M11 creeps ever closer until a footbridge is taken to cross its many lanes. It is from this footbridge that there is a surprising view, with either side of the road acting like a viewfinder, leading the eye straight down to the skyscrapers of London's financial district, including that of Canary Wharf, over 15 miles away. It's a rather straight path from here on until the woodland is left, but do keep on the lookout for some of the local wildlife, as well as a series of earthworks that cross the trail, which used to mark the boundary of a medieval deer park. The path eventually leaves Epping Forest behind in favour of wide open countryside once more, but observe the land around you as the Roman road crosses the trail only 150 metres away from the edge of the woodland. This can be seen clearly on historic aerial photos, as well as a rectangular double-ditched enclosure directly on the road. From the air, the location of the fort has been highlighted and is only 50 metres to the north of the trail. Toot Hill is the first proper village encountered on the Essex Way, with a small green and village pub called the Green Man. It's several miles of beautiful countryside until Greenstead Green is reached, which has one fascinating historical feature. Greenstead Church is a Grade 1 listed building and absolutely unique. The vertical split oak walls of the nave have been dated to 845 AD, making this the oldest remaining wooden church in the world. It is also noted that the body of St Edmund rested here in 1013 AD on his way to Bury St Edmunds. Leaving Greenstone behind, it's only a mile or so to the final destination of the day's walk, Chipping Ongar. A straight path across fields leads to a minor road into the historic market town, where supplies can be topped up and a comfortable bed enjoyed before continuing onward along the trail.